Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So for this week's video, I thought I would just do something a bit simpler and quite quick and easy. So I'm just doing a speed paint or a speed draw or speed design. It's probably a speed design of this card. So it's my friend's birthday coming up soon and I thought that I would make them a personalised birthday card. So here I am just just sketching in the front of the card. As you may be able to tell, I am free. I've got no script. I never have any script. That's why all my voiceovers are all over the place. Anyway, so I'm just sketching in the idea for the front of the card. As you may have noticed, there are actually two parts to the card. That's because I don't usually just colour in. I don't usually just design the front of the card. I also design like a little inner, just because it'll look a bit nicer. I quite like it. Anyway, so my idea behind the design of this is Eggybread. Yes, Eggybread. So whenever we go over to their house, we always have Eggybread. So I thought it would be really nice and personal if I made them an Eggybread themed card. So I didn't quite know where to go with it. So I thought, well, you've got eggy bread and you put eggs and bread together and you get Eggybread. So what happens if they were like they high-fived and they transformed into this Eggybread superhero? So that's basically what I went for. So egg and bread, they high-five and they transform into this magical Eggybread. So when I drew the bread in, I found it really hard getting them even. I'm just using a free app called Concepts. So it's free, completely free, and I really love it. But there are a few features that I don't have because it's free, but I don't really mind that. I quite like it. I only ever really use Concepts, but you can't copy and paste, which is a bit annoying. So anyway, but I then gave the little Eggybread guy this cape, which I thought looked cool, until I realised he doesn't have a neck. So where am I going to put it? So that was a problem. But I soon found a solution, because I then decided that, well, maybe he's got his cape attached to his mask thing. So a mask-adelio. Abelio-adelio. So there you have it. I also didn't quite know which way to face the cape, but I made it just sitting down because I thought that would look cooler. So then I'm actually doing the line art, probably one of the most boring parts. So I'll just tell you a little bit about how I designed the Eggybread and what my sort of plan was to go with. So right at the start, I really had no idea how on earth I was going to make Eggybread look like Eggybread. And, well, I still don't. But, so I don't really think what I ended up with actually looks like Eggybread. I think once I say, oh yeah, that's Eggybread, my friend will be like, sure. But I think it looks roughly like Eggybread. So, I'll tell you more actually about when I'm actually drawing that. I don't really know what to say during the line art. Yeah, I've no clue what to say. I did actually change up a few things from the line art in the line art stage, just cleaning everything up because I didn't quite know exactly where to go with everything. Like, I had to do that smile quite a few times. And yes, for this part, right, so I was thinking I'll just have it like that and then I'll colour it in. But as it turns out, that didn't look good. So for the big explosion of magic, I actually decided that I was going to do it lineless. Just have all these like shooting bursts of colour just shooting out from their magical high five. It's a very magical high five. So yeah, that's what I did for this part. You can actually now see my sort of plan for what I'm going to do with Eggybread. I'm just outline doing the line art on the cape. And I have to say I love how this line art came out. But in the end I actually kept the sketch layer on because I decided that, well, I wanted it like that. And also it showed me the rough sort of size of the card, which I thought was very helpful. That was my phone falling off something. Just fell all the way down the wall. Whoops. So I don't really know what sort of colour to go with for an egg, and of course being me, I didn't look at a reference, so I hope that's a rough sort of egg colour. Then for the bread, I at first had planned that I was going to do the bread with like the crust outlined in the middle, but then I decided not to, so I have just left it lineless. Then I made another layer underneath and I coloured in the bread. I hope that's another sort of bready colour. I did it just brown bread. Well, a sort of mix between brown and light bread. Oh, now I was about to go in for that part, but then I decided that I probably wanted to make my brush bigger. So I had to do the crust on the bread first, because I didn't want to lose that size of brush. So there I am, I actually found this quite fun. Also, I'm very sorry if the whizzing about is a bit disorientating for some people. I'm sorry about that. I don't know how else to film it, apart from just do a pure screen record, and I whiz about. This also isn't in normal time, this is sped up. It did not take me 10 minutes to draw these, even if it looks like it did. So, I didn't quite know what colour to sort of go for the sort of superhero cape and mask. I was thinking of maybe red, but then I remembered I actually asked my friend what their favourite colour was, and it's blue, I think. I think it's blue, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that it's blue. So, that's nothing to fear, I just knocked a jar off my shelf. It actually really scared me. I was really surprised there, but I can't be bothered to redo the voiceover because I am currently 8 minutes in a 10-minute long video, so I'm not going to redo it. Yay. Height of efficiency. So then this is where I actually started to work on the Eggybread. So at first, because I just need to visualise what Eggybread looked like in my head, and I thought, well, it's all eggy, so there would be yolk all over it. So I got a yellow, and I put the transparency to I think it was 30 in the end. Now the only problem with putting the transparency really low is that you can't take your pen off the iPad? Yeah, off the iPad. You can't take your pen off the iPad because it's just not going to work, because then it'll do overlapping and it'll look terrible. Like that. Like that did. So in the end it looked quite cool. And then I did these splodges. Well, I didn't like those, so I did these splodges that I'm now showing. I don't know if it looks remotely like Eggybread, but I think it looks close enough. So that's good enough for me. And there I'm just going in with all the magical splatters, or sparks. So for the design, more for shading, I decided not to do any shading because I wanted it to be a very cartoony, relaxing, easy sort of thing. And then I made a catchphrase that I thought I would put around the top of the little Eggybread man. And it goes, Eggybread, he will save the day. So that's the little Eggybread song, little Eggybread catchphrase. Whenever I make Eggybread, I will forever be singing Eggybread, he will save the day. So And then that's the end of it. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. There will be a link to my Instagram in the description below. Please check it out. Thank you for watching. Check out some of my other videos. Bye!